Hello friends, welcome to my channel Samyukta Vino. Today's video is going to be a soft dewy makeup look with the classic smoky eyes. Before getting into the video, please subscribe my channel and follow me on Instagram at Samyukta Vino for more updates. I'm starting my video with the primer. I've used Nivea Men Aftershave Lotion. I'm going to shake it well and apply it all over my face and neck. As you can see, I'm applying, massaging it all over my face and neck. And give it some time. And next I'm going to use Colorbar Illuminating Lotion for a dewy look. It acts as a moisturizer as well. It gives an instant glow to your skin, which is like glow within. Next I'm going to start with the eye makeup first. I'm using a Maybelline Fit Me concealer in light to prepare my eyes for the eye look which is going to be coming up next. I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid. It acts as a base. I'm going to use a damp sponge to blend the concealer all over my eyes. I'm going to blend it well. Next I'm going to use a loose powder from Lakme to set the concealer in place. It helps the concealer from not smudging it or from not creasing. Next I'm going to use a Scandaleyes from Rimmel. It's in the shade Blackmail, and I'm going to apply it to half of my eyelid. I'm going to use a brown shade, matte brown shade. You can use any matte brown shade for this look. And I'm going to blend the edges with that. I'm going to blend it well, as the key rule for a smoky eye is blending. I'm blending it very well. I'm going to use a copperish orange shade for the crease, and I'm going to blend the orange color into my crease. So all you need for a smoky eye is a black color, a brown shade, matte brown shade, and a matte orange shade for easy. Next I'm going to use the black shade with smudger brush. I'm going to deepen up the lower lid area with the black shade. So it gives an intense black near the lash line. Next I'm done with the eye makeup, so I'm going to pass on to the face makeup. So I'm going to use a corrector from LA Girl. Two correctors I'm going to use. It's a peach corrector and an orange corrector. I'm going to mix it well. You can use either one of the shade. Orange shade should suit the medium to darker skin tones, while the peach will suit the lighter skin tones. I'm going to apply it with my fingers first, wherever there is a darkness or pigmentation going on in my face. It's mostly under my eyes, around my mouth area, and in the forehead as well. Just spread the concealer with your fingers. Then you should go for a blending. The main purpose of corrector is to cancel out the darkness around the face. So I'm going to use a damp sponge to blend all the corrector into skin. Next, to set that in place, I'm going to use a loose powder which will help the corrector to sit in place. Next, I'm going to use a foundation. I'm using Nykaa SKINgenius foundation in 03. I'm using the damp sponge to stamp it all over my face. Please do not drag the foundation or do not rub the foundation. You have to dab it. If you're going to rub, then the corrector is going to move all around your face. So always dab the foundation whenever you're using your corrector beneath. This is a very good hydrating foundation. The main reason for using this foundation, it gives a very dewy effect. It is sheer to medium coverage. It's very hydrating to skin. Next, for concealer, I'm going to use Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in light. I'm using a quite light concealer than my skin tone, because whenever you're using a smoky eye, whenever you're creating a smoky eye, you need to use a light concealer for your under eyes to brighten up the area. Otherwise, you're going to look very dull. Usually I use a slightly lighter color, one shade lighter, but this time I'm going to use a 2 shade lighter color than my skin tone to serve its purpose. So I'm going to use the concealer wherever I usually highlight. The main purpose of doing this step is to bring forward that area's front, whereas it is just an opposite of contouring, wherein you're going to create a shade in contouring. Now I'm going to blend the concealer. I'm using my fingers to blend the concealer in the inner corner of my eyes. Next, I'm just going to blend very slightly. Later on, I'll use a sponge to blend it well. Or you can directly use a sponge to blend the concealer. Blend it very well, as there is no harsh edges. Almost blending is done. Next, I'm going to use Naturale finishing powder from Lakme. I'm going to use this only wherever I've concealed, mostly in the under eye area, to prevent the area from creasing. Apart from that, I'm not going to set the entire face, as it is a dewy look. I don't want more powder to stick on my face, which will mattify the area. So the main purpose of using this powder is it gives an instant glow. Next, I'm going to use Maybelline Gigi Hadid tinted primer in medium deep for contouring. It gives a softer contouring look. I'm using the stippling brush from Real Techniques. It's basically a foundation brush, but I like using it for my blending contouring. So I'm going to blend the contour with this brush. So as I'm creating a dewy look, I'm not going to use powder much. Everything is going to be a liquid products. So that is the key. But one more thing, in the dewy foundation, as you're not going to set, if you're going in a two-wheeler or so, every dust is going to stick on your face. So it is very well suited for a night time and you're going in cars or going for a parties. Next, I'm going to use a highlighter from Revlon. Even that is a liquid highlighter, and I'm going to highlight my face on highest points of my cheeks, my nose, forehead, cupid's bow, and in chin. And next, for blush, I'm going to use Colorbar matte lip color in soft pink. So I'm going to take it on my wrist, on the back of my hand, and I'm going to dab it on the apples of my cheek. And I'm going to dab it very well and blend it using my fingers. And I'm going to diffuse the colors using damp sponge. Next, I'm going to set the foundation with the setting spray. This is Makeup Revolution Glow Setting Spray. It's going to give me an intense glow. Instead of using a matte spray, I'm going to use a glowy spray for this purpose. Next, I'm going to use a Kajal from Nykaa. This Eyem Bold Kajal. It's a very creamy gel Kajal. And I'm going to use till half of my lower lash line. And I'm going to smudge it with this smudger brush. I've taken a black eyeshadow for this. We're going to repeat the same process as we did in the upper eyelids. So first with a black eyeshadow I'm going to blend it, then with a brown shadow, it's a pencil brush from PAC. I'm going to blend the color with a brown shade. Then I'm going to use a slightly fluffy brush from Real Techniques and take the orange color which I've shown already, and I'm going to blend the edges of lower lash line. Next, I'm going to comb my eyebrows and fill in the gaps using Maybelline eyebrow pencil in brown. I'm not clearly defining it. I'm just filling in the sparse gap. That's it. Next, I'm going to clean the eyebrows using a concealer, the same concealer I've used. And I'm going to use a highlighter shade from the same palette. It is ELF palette in warm shade. You don't get this palette in India. I'm going to highlight the inner corner as well. I'm going to finish off the eye look using a mascara. I'm going to give a generous coat of mascara for the lower lash line as well. I'm not using any falsies for this look. I've already used the Bobbi Brown lipstick in Rum Rising. So this is the finished look. It's a very dewy, soft look with a classic smoky eye. Hope you like this video. Please share and subscribe for more updates. And please do not forget to hit the bell button. Thank you guys.